Hello everyone. So, ay Diosito, don't tell me I have a deodorant stain up in there. How did it get there? So don't look at it, okay? So I just came out of the dentist, and yes, honey, if you guys haven't noticed, this girl got some Inspector Gadget teeth. You know? And so I wanted to record another video, and I still don't know exactly what I'm gonna be talking about, but I wanted to record this just in case I mess up and then crop it and whatever, And I just wanted to say hi, and I'm gonna be picking a winner during this video, bitch. So if you entered the giveaway for the gel polishes, don't fast forward, because if you fast forward, you're gonna miss the winner, and then you're gonna be like, so who won? Who's the winner? So just don't fucking forward it, ho. I'm over here recording for you guys, and you fast forwarded my video? How dare you? How dare you? I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm gonna be picking a winner. Well, I'm gonna make my son pick the winner, and I will enter it somewhere in this video. And yeah, so keep on watching, ho. Hello everyone. So today I wanted to share a little secret of mine on how I work with C-curve nails, and I'm gonna be using the 2XL C-curve square. I was like, okay, I'm gonna pretend like this is my little clienta for real, and I'm gonna le puse unas uñitas chiquitas, and I trimmed them like she had a little bit of growth. And I'm just filing them with the Zulay sanding band. And I was like, I'm just gonna file the tip. But then I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna file a little bit more so that I could really pretend like this is a client or whatever. Of course, if this was a real client, I would do some better filing, but it was good enough. So I'm gonna be putting Zulay nail glue to adhere the tips. And here's a little trick that I wanted to share. So if you ever have clients with like flatter nail beds, or you struggle to apply a tip because it's too thick or whatever and curvy, if you file the tip like I just did, it becomes a lot more flexible. Somebody actually was asking me about this on my DMs the other day, and I was like, you know what, let me just make a little video. And it works for people with obviously flatter nails who want a more C-curve, but see when you press it down, it's like super flexible, and you're able to give your client that C-curve nail that they want. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the nails, and I'm so stupid, I should have started with a pinky nail, because you'll see my fingers get in the way. And normally I recommend to apply very little nail tip to the nail plate. I couldn't really tell how much nail I was applying because I had to file that part, so it was kind of foggy. But the less nail tip and the less glue on the nail, the better. And then I wanted to point out another thing. If you file the tip beforehand, then you don't really have to go in and blend the tip anymore, because pretty much you already did that in advance. You blended it before applying it, so no more filing to the natural nail. Y este dedito in the middle, I think I bumped it with my fucking fat ass hand, and the nail se le quería caer. And so I turned my hand around, because I just kept these nails of mine, and the one with the hand were like having a sword fight type of shit. So those nails didn't want to stay. I was like, what the fuck, man? So this is why you start from the pinky girlfriend. That way your nails and the client's nails don't get in your way. So that is what I wanted to share with you. And girl, these nails are long. I was like, nunca voy a terminar, but I did record a video on a set with using these nail tips. So stay tuned for that video. So girl, if you haven't seen it already, check out my new diamond damping dish, ho. Yes. So if your man don't give me no bling, Zulay will give you a fucking diamond, ho. Well, disclaimer, it's not real, but it's fucking huge and beautiful. And who doesn't need any more bling on the fucking table? I'm gonna be using number 52 from my Zulay acrylic. And this one is Cover Pink Nude, and number 2. All from my website, honey. And I'm going to be using the Smooth Sand Monomer. And like I've mentioned before, oh girl, I tried to use number 24 brush because they're new. It was too big for me. You're going to see I kind of lose a little control on this application. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So I do add a little bit of acetone to my monomer because right now with the winter, ain't nobody got time to be waiting extra. My powders already are on the slower setting, so in the winter they just take longer. So oh, hold on, let me turn off this alarm. It does take a little while to dry, along with all others that dry slowly. So you want to put a little bit of acetone or work with fast setting monomer or whatever you got, girl, because I know a lot of us don't got that kind of monomer. You want to add a couple drops, and it just speeds up the drying process a little bit more. And then also it helps to have a heater on, to at least make the room a little bit more warm. Like, I love the winter time, or like when it's cold, but for work I fucking hate it because everything just is so much more like slow. Like, even the glue takes forever. Like, when you're applying tips, it's like, bitch, can you just fucking glue already? God damn it. So right here I'm just doing like a little angled acrylic. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna be doing encapsulated rose on this finger, and then I'm gonna put some bling right there. Like, I already had this in my brain because I did a set like this on a client already, and you guys requested a video, and I think it's already been like a month and a half or two that I did her set, and I did not record it. So that's why I wanted to do it again, but just in a different shape. And then these are the XXL square tips, and I consider this X2X length. Like, if one of my clients were to ask me, oh, what length is this, that's what I consider. Just in case, because everybody has different opinions as far as lengths, but this is just what I would consider 2X, girlfriend. There's like almost 2 tips right there. And so I'm gonna do the pinky red, and then I believe I do another finger red. But so right here I wanted to apply a little bit more after, because I always say to do thin applications, but I just felt like it was a little too thin and I could still see a little bit transparent. So I was like, okay, girl, I need a little bit more. And right here you could kind of see that my fucking acrylic was not super dry, or maybe you can't see, but I could, and I was like, girl, like, fuck this shit, let me turn on my heater. I don't know if I had my heater on yet or not, but I was kind of struggling. I'm not even gonna lie, I was like struggling to apply this shit. My fucking hands were hurting. I'm like, ay, tengo frío a la verga. So then I was like, okay, let's see how thick it is, and I think I'm grabbing more right here, and you want to hold it. Oh no, I was like, girl, I need some at the tip. I didn't have enough. So what you want to do when acrylic is slow setting, you want to hold it in your brush for like 5 seconds. And don't count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because those aren't seconds, and you need to count like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. And this is more for like beginners. Like right here you could see that the application is super thin. And I was like, I think I need a little bit more. Like, no mames, güey. Like, the nails long as fuck. Put a little bit more. So I'm over here putting it. And the reason why I hold the brush when I put down the bead is because I want it to stay where I leave it. Like, where I put it down. If you let it go, it's gonna run everywhere. So instead of like holding the brush up in the air for like the 5 seconds, I hold it for like 2 seconds and then put it on the nail, and then I hold it there for another like 3 seconds, and it gives the acrylic some time to start setting. And you need to make sure to wipe your fucking brush, bitches, because then you're gonna have all this acrylic on your brush and it's gonna get clumpy, and then you're gonna forget to clean it because you're gonna be so excited to do the next nail or to file it, and it's gonna be hard as fuck later when you come back. So just get used to cleaning your brush. Apply it, apply the acrylic, dip it in your monomer, clean it, and then wipe it on your napkin as well. Because if your acrylic is already kind of drying and you want it to glide onto the, if you want your acrylic to glide on the nail, you want to make sure there's enough monomer on your brush too. So you cannot do that with a dry ass fucking brush. Okay, honey. So there you go. There's the little dedito. And I think I do the black acrylic first. I mean, the middle finger next. And I don't know, but some of these colors be drying faster than others. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, the black one dries fast. I was like, hey, slow your roll because I'm not done. So I try to put a thin layer because I know that there's gonna be a little floor going on and I don't want to make it too thick. So that's what I did. Bitch. So I just want to congratulate Rico's Nails for being the winner. And then I decided I'm gonna do the ring finger first. And I noticed a stupid hair and I was like, pinche pelo. So my fucking acrylic fell. So this is a perfect example right here. You know how I mentioned that I hold the acrylic on my brush right there for like 2-3 seconds, and then I hold it a little bit in my brush. I mean, when I place it on the nail, I hold it like for a second or two, and then I start playing with it. Because I didn't do that, it fucking, like, because it's not like setting yet, it needs a couple seconds to set. It fucking se me cayó, pinche pelo. And then this brush was just like way too big for me. I was like, let me get a smaller one. I don't know when do I switch to the smaller brush, but I was like, yes, I can handle this size 24. I think it's too big. Well, I think right here I already have a smaller one. I don't know. I don't remember. But I did switch my brush. I was like, yeah, I think 16 is the biggest I go for now. And I'm going to be using the number 2 brush because like I mentioned, this product does dry a little slower. And I'm not even gonna lie, I don't think these are the best for 3D because they take a little too long to dry, especially now in the winter, but it works. So I was like, fuck it, ahorita me lo voy a aventar aunque dure 20 minutos haciendo la pinche flor. And so because I was gonna do more of a flatter 3D brush, 3D flower, I went ahead and used my number 2 brush. If you were going for like a larger flower, I recommend a larger brush because it does hold more liquid. Therefore, you're able to do larger petals. But I did not want a large flower because my product already dries slow with more liquid in the brush. Nunca se va a sacar. So you have to keep all of that in mind. The more liquid there is, y pinche mano se cayó la verga. The more liquid, the more runnier it's gonna be. So, if you didn't know that, girlfriend, now you know. Right now I'm sitting in my car. So, if you guys hear like a train or whatever, it's a train. Okay? And, make sure if you're encapsulating to try to make your flowers as thin as possible because you don't want your nail to be like extra thick because you're already encapsulating something. Your nails are already going to be a little bit thicker than the rest, so just keep that in mind and make sure to not be impatient and wait for your acrylic to start to set. And you'll notice that the acrylic is perfect, like ready when it's not as shiny. And if you do press it down, it does stay in place. If it comes back together, that means it's not ready yet. So just give it a couple more seconds. And then it's cool because you could use the little pelitos from your brush to give it a little bit dimension. Or like, I don't know, like the acrylic molds to the bristles. I'm not sure if you understand what I mean. But if you do, girl, let me know in the comments what you think of my little floor. Like, it's a cute. I was gonna add more flowers, but I was already like irritated because this cold weather is not the business for 3D. I fucking hate when people ask me for 3D in the winter because, well, it's not even winter yet. Y aquí, where I live, it doesn't even get that cold. So I can only imagine what it's like in other states. Like, girlfriend, for me, 60 is already cold. Let me know how cold it gets in your hood where you live at, girlfriend. What state are you from, actually? And then tell me the temperature, because for me, I live in California and LA. It doesn't get that cold, but recently it's been getting more cold. And I'm like, bitch, ya voy a tener que sacar las pinches Ugg boots a la verga. So yeah, I ended up doing like a little button on the flower in the little center because I was like, I can't put a fucking diamond onto this bitch. And I'm gonna do a little baby leaf. And I was not gonna do it green because it was gonna throw off my whole little design. Like, no green, everything's gonna be red. And I feel like the black background gives it like a whole different look when it's encapsulated. I don't know, I just think it's like so sexy, honey, like model, okay? Y pues ahí las voy a dejar viendo la florecita porque I don't want my huffing and puffing over here to like disturb some of y'all with my ASMR over here con el chicle, you know, like parezco vaca la verga. So next, I'm gonna be using this new glitter acrylic called Poppin' Bottles, bitch. Yes. Thanks to one of my little followers who gave me name inspirations. And this color is from the 12 color holiday set. I thought it was perfect because I was like, on my client I did silver, I think. So this one is like iridescent goldish, which is like perfect for the holidays, either for Christmas or for New Year's. Lenny, sit down. And I'm just putting it just as a little accent because I know I'm gonna be putting bling on this finger, porque pues tú ya sabes que sin bling no está tan bonita. And everybody likes simple nails, but you know, Zane likes them all extra and shit. Although I've been becoming a little more simple. I don't know why. Senora Life or what? Let me know if you like more simple nails or if you like the cray ones, or are you in the middle? So right here, I was like, should I do ombre or what? So right here, you saw that my fucking acrylic did not want to stick to the nail, right? So earlier I was mentioning how you're supposed to hold it in your brush. And because it's cold, it takes a little longer to start setting. So That's what's gonna happen, girl, if you don't wait a little bit. Or maybe I hadn't put the acetone in this new monomer. I don't know. But just hold it in your brush and then apply it. I'm not even sick y parece que tengo pinches mocos a la verga, and I'm like, hello. And I'm so dumb. I know now, and I'm gonna tell you guys that if you're gonna do an ombre with like a glitter, I should have fucking blended it a little bit better, because it was kind of hard to hide where the red ends. So no me ven a comer viva, eh? I tried to hide it as best as I could with all the glitter, but no se pudo. I should have blended that beginning of the red better. Pero pues no pensé. I thought the glitter would cover it, but it didn't. And so right here, I'm just gonna put the glitter. And normally, if this was a real client, I would put a clear base on the natural nail on all the nails. I didn't do it because this is a doll and I don't want to waste extra product. Look how pretty. Ooh, honey. Like, you can't really tell that much, but if you're a nail tech girl, you could tell. Well, at least I could fucking tell the little linea underneath, and I'm like, fuck. I applied so much glitter because I was like, fuck, this shit is fucking bothering me and I want to cover it, but it is what it is. Now I know in the future to blend it a little bit better, because the glitter is more on the transparent side, so se le nota todo. And yes, honey, I was like, le voy a echar más. Fuck it. The more glitter, the better. So I could fucking sparkle, bitch. I love it because it has like a bunch of mixtures, like fine and chunky. Like, honey, have you like food for you? I'm so fucking cold. I have my little botitas on right now and my little sweater, and I'm just chilling on a recliner trying to upload this video. And somebody told me to make it a little longer, but so that little line where I put my nail is what's bothering me, and I'm over here trying to say I'm going to place this bead, so I'm gonna hide it, but it didn't work 100%. I mean, it kind of did cover it better, but I could still see it. Somebody told me to upload longer videos, and okay, this is 29 minutes, girlfriend, so you better watch it, because no hombre, como se tarda to upload a la verga. I was like, girl, either my internet fucking sucks ass, or are these videos always gonna take this long to upload? Like, Diosito, por favor, dame paciencia con este internet, vale verga. So I'm gonna encapsulate all the little nails. I don't remember if I showed it or not, but I'm gonna tell you, just in case I don't, that whenever I'm encapsulating, I like to run my brush through the whole nail so that there's no air bubbles. So if you ever have any air bubbles in your nails, try that, especially with the 3D. With the 3D, you want to like run your brush so that it can stay wet. And also, if you have a fan or the temperature in your room is really cold, you will see little air bubbles in your nails too. So, girlfriend, if you don't have a heater, you need to get one. You need to get a heater and regular, I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Make your room temperature like regular room temperature. So right here you can see my little florecitas nice and wet because I just brushed it. And you want to apply the bead of acrylic a little bit above the flower, not directly, so that you don't come out with like a fucking pegoste, like all big. And try to work a little bit runnier so that your acrylic just kind of flows into the little gaps. Alright, so these are the nails after I encapsulated them. They are not, like, if not perfect, but
you can have air bubbles in there. better than
and
they used
you're
to come
gonna
along
have like
before.
a bulky nail.
They're pretty
And
much
you're
on
gonna
the
have to do
smooth
extra
side,
filing.
except
And
like
ain't
one
nobody
or whatever.
trying to have
Pero
too far.
pues,
So this is what the nails look like. They're not like hella
that's how they
thick,
are.
and
I'm
they're
gonna
not
show you how I
You
file
don't want them to be super
C
flat
curve
because then they're gonna
nails,
break.
because
So
a lot of
make sure
people
that they're a perfect
struggle,
thickness,
and I
pero
was one of them actually when I really started with C
parezcan
curve nails.
pinche embarazada
And you
la
could
verga.
see that the nails do not look like super thick, but they do have like a little belly right here, which is really important. You don't want them to be like super flat. So I'm gonna file this finger. I'm gonna be using this Delay 80 by 100 because that is the grit that I like to use when I'm shaping. So I'm going to file the top part of the nail first, and I always just go down on one side. Making sure that you're filing like that same curve of the nail. So this is what I do with my clients. So you make sure that that side is nice and filed. I don't know if you can see, but you're filing downwards. Keeping that curve because that is really important. Okay, so once you got it, and it looks like I already shaped some of it, but I haven't. So next I'm gonna do the other side. The same way. Make sure you hold the fucking nail, bitch, porque le va a doler a la clienta if you bend her nail. Like mine looks a little bit more aggressive because it's a fake hand. And you know this bitch needs help holding her up. So after you file, your nail should look like this. The center has not been touched yet. And it doesn't really need a lot of work because the application is pretty smooth, but it still needs some filing. A ver, bitch, pórtate bien, que estás en el YouTube, okay? So this part I just file straight, or sometimes I file downwards. It depends. So you could have your own little technique of filing. There's no right or wrong, but this is just the way that I do it to make sure that I keep my little belly in.